Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with the daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Hbar, XRP, and also QNT. I have quite a bit of stuff that I want to talk about and pretty much go over, but with that being said, sit back, relax, and before we fully jump into this video, I just want to ask if you guys could all leave a like on this video. I do greatly appreciate it, and it does help the channel grow. So with that being said, let's talk about what is happening throughout the market. So first off, we already know that tomorrow is Sunday, which is the weekly candle close for crypto. Overall, what I want to see is Bitcoin back above 58.5K. I want to see XRP back over $1. And of course, with that, we also look at Hbar and we look at QNT. Hbar, I do want to see it back over at least 36 cents. 35 to 36 cents is a pretty good point, as those are pretty much the major support zones for Hbar. And the same thing kind of goes for QNT. Like, I don't even know where. So we're at 68 for QNT. Honestly, I want to see us back over at least $250, somewhere above the $240 range, because that's where a lot of support is actually at for QNT. But honestly, a lot of these altcoins will most likely range on a little bit, as Bitcoin does as well. So a lot of those targets we most likely will not meet tomorrow. So we have to watch Bitcoin closely. We have to wait until we do see the market sentiment kind of flip bullish again. Right now, we're still kind of just ranging on in this boring sort of downward pressure. And when I say downward pressure, it's not like, we're dropping in price. It's just more so that we're pretty much down in the dumps, really, kind of just sitting stable. And it's kind of a bore fest, really. But there is also some altcoins that are up significantly on the 24-hour span. We are seeing 30% pumps, 15% pumps, almost 13% moves. And, a few altcoins like Casper and stuff are still green. So it doesn't mean that altcoins can't move. I'm just saying, right now we're kind of just seeing a little bit of a snooze fest throughout the market, and until that kind of flips bearish, or I should say bullish from bearish, that's where a lot of those moves are kind of going to be suppressed a little bit. But with that being said, I do just want to let you guys know that the Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack is on sale, 50% off until tomorrow at midnight. So definitely, take advantage of this sale while it does last. This is going to be the cheapest that the bundle pack is actually at for a very long time. This does include everything on the site as well as all future content for free. So definitely get that while the sale does last. But with that being said, let's talk about Hedera Hashgraph. So with Hbar, I know a lot of you are probably frustrated with the price action. I know that it's not been the best hold that we've had. It's still only up about like 800% year to date. The trading volume is down 60%, and we're sitting only at 33 cents, with us kind of ranging even lower previously, going down to 32 cents. So I know this isn't one of the best holds that we've pretty much been holding, but with that, we also look at how early we actually are into Hbar. I've always said this, right? Notice when you read an article about crypto adoption, they always say blockchain, but never Hashgraph. What does this tell you? The world hasn't even started to catch up to this technology. Hbar is so ahead of the game, and soon the world will utilize Hashgraph. Hashgraph is pretty much the third generation crypto technology. I know that when we look at crypto entirely, we always look at the big names in the game. Hbar is not recognized yet. A lot of people actually don't even know about Hbar. In fact, I always look at, Lunar Crush to really kind of look at the overall statistics of a lot of these assets. And the statistics on Hbar is that, first off, we are down 14.7% on price. But look at the social volume, look at the social engagement, look at the social dominance, all that kind of stuff. Obviously we are down, extremely hard in terms of percentages. And when we're looking at the influencers, I'm number 2, which tells me, again, we are still very early. It doesn't mean that, this is just a sign that we're early. It just means that there's not a lot of people contributing to the overall sentiment within the market. But of course, in terms of Hbar, I think that we are going to see a lot of this changed, right? I think as we do march forward on a little bit here soon, we are going to see a lot of this market kind of change and realize how big Hbar actually is. I think that we're still very early. I still think that we could see, a 10x from our current prices. I still think that $3 is fairly reasonable. And when we're looking back on things, I think that Hbar is going to be, a huge name in the game, especially as we do march forward on into a utility-driven market, or just, as time goes on. Now, as is here, when blockchain is a single lane street with stop signs and intersection lights, Hashgraph is a highway with no lights and many lanes. And when we're talking about, Hbar or Hashgraph technology is far superior than most altcoins in this game. And we've already discussed how big Hbar will be compared to most altcoins. We always compare it to ADA, for example. I know that ADA is one of those assets that gets the comparison with Hbar a lot. I even compared them a lot as well. We also compare it with Solana and stuff. When we're looking back on things, Hbar is one of the greenest, most utilized DLTs out there, and I do think that the future for it is very bright. We've discussed this multiple times, and I still remain very bullish on it. I still think that we are very early on it as well, and I think soon the price action will catch up. Now, let's talk about XRP, because XRP is very interesting as well, and we have always discussed the price action for it. In fact, we do see our 2,300% XRP rally could be just around the corner, according to top crypto analysts. Now, this is coming from Credible Crypto. Now, in regards to XRP, okay, I've always discussed where we could essentially see it by the end of the year. I've always said $10 is essentially where we will pretty much see it. I think that $10 is programmed for XRP. If there was no SEC lawsuit, guys, please go check out Blockchain Backer's video on this. If there was no SEC lawsuit, we would have easily been at $10 already. And if we're looking at a 10x from our current prices, just think about what price we would have been at from $10 already. I mean, it's absolutely crazy to say the least. Now, we do see here that the biggest gains happened in the last 10% of the bull run. Keep in mind that XRP was trading at 22 cents in 2017, and in 1 month it went up to $3.30. It went 10x in a month. Now, it did go up to $3.84 on a few other exchanges, and when we're looking at this, we do see here something similar can be expected here. I think if we break the all-time high within the next few months, then we're easily going to see or go 3 to 5x is very reasonable. Again, in 2017, we went 10x. 3 to 5x is easily or easy. $10 minimum is where I'll consider taking profits again. Now, he does say that it could end up going as high as $30 in the price discovery phase. It is possible, right? I've always said $10 to $15 is a fairly good point to really kind of look at. And of course, his targets are, around $20 to $30 by the end of this bull run cycle. So who knows where we could essentially go. I'm more so dead set on like $10 to $15, so that's my overall opinion. Now, we do see here Ripple's XRP stands to gain with crypto payments adoption at 45% by 2023. So we are going to see a lot of payment adoption within crypto. We've already been seeing it as well. This goes back to October 11th, just so you guys know. We are seeing a lot of payment adoption right now. We are seeing a lot of crypto adoption in general as well, and I do think that this is going to grow and grow and grow. We actually see here the report found that nearly 45% of consumers frequently use mobile wallets to make payments, and we do see here that greater than 20 transactions a year, up from 23% in the 2020 poll. Further in this trend, global B2B non-cash transactions will increase to reach nearly 200 billion transactions by 2025 from 121.5 billion in 2020. So obviously payments are going to grow and grow and grow, and we always talk about ISO 222. Now, with this, we also want to regard QNT. Now, QNT is one of those assets that a lot of people kind of overlook right now because of the current price action. But I just want to say right now, QNT is still a giant. Okay, it's still the elephant in the room because they are connecting pretty much almost every network to one network. And of course, when we're talking about quant network, or I should say the overledger technology, right? That is a big stepping stone in the game for QNT overall as a whole. Now, holding QNT in my mind is still like holding Bitcoin, except we are just so early within it. Okay, right now, we could expect possibly a $5,000 QNT by the end of this bull run. We do see here, this is what real adoption looks like. Slow and boring, no shilling or paid marketing stuff, just new technology getting adopted in an S-shaped curve. Google the curve and you'll finally understand how rich we will get. Now, with this, okay, we talk about the Oracle stuff. We talk about the Oracle overall partnership. We do see here, we're talking about startups and how they are scaling their business and tech with Oracle. Now, Oracle is a huge name in the game. I've always discussed this. We've talked about this in the Oracle partnership as well. This is a huge stepping stone for QNT, and I don't think people actually realize how big this actually is. Now, of course, this is talking about interoperability for Oracle blockchain platform. The interoperability is the most undervalued use case in this game right now. Not a lot of people are looking at it from an overall technical viewpoint, but interoperability is needed, especially for future payments. And if we're going to see payments being adopted at a 45% rate in 2023, just imagine how much interoperability is going to be pretty much prospered in. And of course, we talk about ISO 222 and how all of those CBDCs will essentially need some sort of interoperability network. Now, of course, in terms of QNT's price action, a lot of people are concerned with it, but it looks extremely bottomed out from a perfect standpoint, okay? Now, when we're talking about this, the upward potential from here is absolutely massive, and we were waiting for it to bottom out. In my personal opinion, I think that we are pretty much bottomed out on that August low. These are the August lows back here, the August demand points, and a lot of altcoins pretty much bottomed out on this stage as well. XRP is one of them. Could we go a little bit lower? Possibly. It depends on if Bitcoin does break 53K. I personally think that we have our low set in stone on Bitcoin. That's just my overall opinion, though. We have to wait for that to actually be 100% validated by a push over 63K. I am not going to be extremely bullish until we get over that point on Bitcoin. But in terms of QNT, I think that the future growth is absolutely massive. We do see here in just the last month, QNT has accomplished tons of milestones for which they've been working on for a long time. No other crypto even comes closer to the level of QNT. And we do see here, thank you, in the last month, we've launched the Digital Pound Foundation, of course, with XRP, released our joint MIT CBDC paper, released Overledger with 12 programming languages, released Overledger 2.1.3, listed on Gemini and eToro 2, announced the partnership with Oracle and Oracle certified Overledger for Oracle blockchain platform, released Overledger 2.1.4 with QNT payments in the backend, plus all the work we're doing that isn't public. And of course, I do like to read this, right? That isn't public. Okay, so we still have a ton of updates still left in store for QNT, and a lot of those updates could be something with CBDCs, with banks, more partnerships like the one that we did see with Oracle, which is one of the biggest partnerships and the biggest announcement that we've seen throughout the entire crypto scene today, in my opinion. I think that that is a huge stepping stone, especially for an asset like QNT that a lot of people are just overlooking. And we do see here, this could mean QNT could launch an Overledger certification with MIT on the new year. And look at this. This is absolutely crazy to say the least. Our team have been working hard on a new Overledger certification with a world-class university. We are looking to launch this in the new year. So again, a lot of updates still yet to come, and this could actually be huge, especially from QNT's standpoint, which could prosper in a new FOMO event on QNT. And like I said, I know that we are up significantly on QNT. We are sitting at number 68, though. We have dropped a lot, still up 1,800%. I think that the upward potential from here is huge. I think that it's massive, and I suspect that we could be over easily $1,000 plus by the end of the bull run. I think that $1,000 is the minimum, but I do suspect that we could see $5,000 by the end of the bull run. It is possible, and I do think that in terms of the lengthened cycle, I think that that is also possible, where we could see a lot of these high-grade targets, even on XRP, at possibly $20 to $30. I think that that could be a possibility as well if we have that lengthened cycle. I think a lot of altcoins are set to have a massive disruptive pump, and Hbar is also there, right? So keep in mind, Hbar, QNT, and XRP, I think that they're all three, right? All three are great assets, and I do think that we are going to see a lot of upward potential with all three. But with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.